It says we're now streaming live, so hello everyone and welcome. This is Karen Newman. This is the Saturday Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It is Saturday the 13th of June 2020, and we have very nice panel of guests today in our room, and I'll just read off everybody we have. We have Angie, David, Jim, Maria, Alan, Kathy, Christine, Daniel, Dawn, Elaine, Eva, Heather, Ian, 𝗘𝗟𝗏𝗏, Ladetta, and Michelle, Maggie, Stephanie, and Sultan, and Jasmine, and myself, Karen, and of course we have Jim. Hi, Jim.
Hello. How's everybody today?
One moment, I'm just going to, there we go. Okay.
I hope everybody's doing well today. The only announcement I'm going to do today is about the workshop. It's the August 13th through the 17th, which is a Thursday through Monday. It's going to be in a really beautiful place if we are able to do it in person, which I hope we can. There have been numerous requests for the virtual workshop. And so what I would hope would happen is this. I would hope that we would have a workshop that's in person and that we can actually send it out virtually at the same time that we're doing it. So if you're interested in that, because I know some people have expressed to me that I won't be able to make it to the workshop, but I would like to experience the information, know the information, etc. And some people do not realize what even a workshop looks like or feels like. So it's a long day, my friends. So we'll give you a little bit of an understanding that the classes are 3 hours long, and we have 2 classes a day, and it's a really fun workshop because we are interacting. You can ask questions even virtually. So it's going to be something very different this year. I just feel that. I feel a very good energy, but I feel it's very different. But there's the classes that will be being taught this year there will be some healing classes, of course. There will be some matrix classes. There will be magic classes. There will be several different kinds of trainings for you, and I will have a list of those when we make it, and it'll be right there on the Facebook page where you can inquire about the workshop. We'll just make a list of the different subject matters that we're going to be covering. So also it's $575 for if you're going to be at the camp with in the beautiful nature and scenic area. If we do it virtually, I wouldn't charge that much because you wouldn't have food, wouldn't have to be paying for food or your lodging. So the price for online would be cheaper. We just haven't determined what that would be yet. So, but it is going to be an interesting year. This is an amazing year. Some people would say not so amazing, but it is an amazing year in God's eyes because a lot of good is going to come out of everything that happens. No matter if you see it as positive or not, a positive outcome will be there. We have to just know and pray that positive outcomes are going to be happening no matter what. And we're going to be part of that. Now, remember to keep your mind in the positive so that we can get the most truth out of everything that we can. So I digress. Anyway, yes, so the workshop. Anything else that I missed?
Just to inquire about it is workshop@hucolo.org, and also classes. If you're interested in any classes or learning anything, if you want to send any information to classes at hucolo.org as well, we'll get that information and then somebody will contact you.
one thing about the virtual workshop is that if there is a certain class you want to take, you can just sign up for that. We'll have prices for individual workshops. So there's going to be several different classes. So whatever you want to take and listen to, then we'll just charge you for that class instead of for the whole workshop. So it sounds like it's going to be an interesting year. All right. Back to you, Karen. Oh, are you?
Muted.
I think
Yes,
you're
I'm
on
here.
mute.
Sorry, I'm here. I've got it. We're going to start with our blessings. So we have Kathy going first. Go ahead, Kathy.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Alula malaru, toshamalu, predono la lola lota, shukuru mataru hoshataho, ushu embryo, ushukuru vanzu adonai, esti ilo hoshalaru, shalom aleu hoshafaru, vatuvia fastora naru, la lunosha makane pluro, matura hatano, loshanaru faru isi, holataru malu, makane puro sikiru malu, hoshalaru faruda adi.
Remember that God is in charge, even though the energies may seem very disturbed and pushed and pulled. God is still in control and will make everything all right. Will keep your head afloat above all that is troubled. Make you realize that there are things out there that you do not need to involve yourself with, but involve yourself with Him and His love, His understanding, His compassion and wisdom. Be what you are needed to be at this time, the example to the earth.
Thank you. Dawn is next.
Karen. Was nale sta aro 𝗂𝗘𝗏𝗵𝗿 go sine haustu mota stek eltu su. Was andara 𝗂𝗘𝗏𝗵𝗿 da osumo. Tara ama 𝗂𝗘𝗏𝗵𝗵𝗿 da karu kuturo. Kashanta 𝗂𝗏𝗵𝗵𝗿 𝗔𝗴𝗏 𝗔𝗹 snahu. Tia katara snaha 𝗃𝗧𝗏 tia tiana tiaro. Sanakai toro inamasakeu tiska tasa.
Our shadow selves are here to remind us what is real and what is not real, and how to be greater in some ways by overcoming the darkness. Remember that there is a great universe and many universes out there. So you are just a small part of it, and you will be powerful to be able to understand many things beyond that which you believe that you are capable.
Thank you. David.
Kurahata shukukuna hanayete we tu sta shikire etu kurahanayete we hishia. Ruskur tu uskre etiwa hatu shamahana yekikiasa so tu uskur atara shiwa shuku ata ahashikianaha.
With all species, there is darkness and light, good and evil, negative and positive. Remember to learn how each are to be dealt with and how each are to be a positive learning experience for you. Because even when you overcome, there are times when you do not. And that can also be a learning experience. Remember who you are and how God is helping you to be a greater individual. All right. Is that all of them?
Alan is next. Sorry, I thought I had said last but not least Alan, but I guess you guys didn't hear me. Go ahead. Alan? There he is.
Si askartasiata. Tungarasa hiartasia. Shaka chirak osiartasikayata. Munga arasia katashika korasia katashita.
There are things that can exist in all realms. Light and darkness can exist everywhere if it is allowed. Remember to bring the light as strongly as possible into your world so that the darkness can be overcome. We are here to be your friends. We are here to overcome darkness with you. Our blessings go toward you, and our hope for your redemption is close.
Thank you. All right, so our requests, we have a great big list. I'll just read through them. We have Anubis, the Council of Nine, Leonus, Elijah, Grindal, Jesus, the Archangel Michael, Enoch, the Anunnaki, the Federation of Light, and the Blue Avians.
Wow, quite a list.
And Isis, I see there in the chat as well.
And some would pronounce that Isis.
Okay, Isis then. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
right.
I will do a meditation and we'll see who comes.
Okay, perfect. We will
There's
see.
a lot of activity here, so we'll see who's
right.
going to come first. They're all standing in line just at the at the deli.
Are they keeping social distance?
They're taking numbers.
Okay, good.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Greetings, I'm Elijah.
Welcome, Elijah.
Did you expect me not to come? But
I had a feeling, but we didn't know.
I have been coming regularly, but today I just want to speak a little bit about your emotions. Yes, everyone has emotions, and right now, many of those emotions are being triggered by things that are happening in the world. But not only that, what is happening in the world is getting closer and closer and closer to home. And the emotions that you are feeling one to another are getting more and more disturbed. As time goes on, the thoughts and prayers that you are praying are about your family, the world, and all the things around. But remember, they're going to try to upset your world. They're going to try to make your world a little more angry, a little more unsettled. Remember to keep your cool. Remember to understand who you are and why this is happening. Because they want the entire world to be in a state of fear, confusion, and anger. And why is this? Because you're easier to control. Remember this. The world is at a place where it is going to burst forth into freedom at some point. That time is not yet. Before that happens, there will be a lot of discontent and a lot of priming for negativity in your world. And you say, why? Why do this? Why have this? Why is this? And God will tell you, because it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be reckoned with. It needs to be overcome. all of it needs to be overcome within you and within your world. Is your world doing a good job of overcoming? I wouldn't say so at the moment, but yes, in other ways, an amazing job. Remember to keep your eye on God. Remember to keep your faith in God. And remember to keep your anger justified. Remember to keep your anger justified. Remember to love unconditionally. Remember to use your wisdom. Remember to look out and know that there are things out there that are there to purposely confuse you, purposely making you wonder what the world is really up to, purposely out there to confuse you. But take it in stride. God knows that if you come to him, you will get a better understanding of what is happening. You will get a better understanding of what to do. And if you move forward in God and in his faith, you will have a better understanding of the path that you're on. Many of you have your mission already before you and know what you need to do, and actually what you need to do to become a greater influence in the world, and a greater influence in your family, and a greater influence as an example to your children, to your spouses. Remember to keep moving forward in those directions. For once you lose your way and you're causing havoc and not peace, you have to realign yourself. Look at what is going wrong. Even some people that are saying, I'm being loving, I'm being understanding, I'm being compassionate, but yet everyone around me is angry. Everybody around me is saying that I'm doing things. Perhaps you need to evaluate how your example looks to them. Does it look like you're condescending? Does it look like you're looking down on them and blaming them? That is not what you want. You want your example to look like unconditional love, unconditional peace among you. Of course, there are times when there is justified anger, because you must stick up for the right, what is right, and for those that are being mistreated. Of course, you must stick up for that. But remember, some of you may be looking to others as you're condescending and not as the example of unconditional love. But no, you can't do that. That's not exactly how you want to look to the world. You want to look to the world and say, I love you, but let's talk. Not, I love you, but you're doing everything wrong. Because that's the best way to turn someone away. I love you, but I'm right and you're not. How many times have you heard that? And how many times have you turned away because of people like that? Remember your love. Remember your equality, because you are not greater than anyone else. God may give you greater powers, greater energies, and greater talents and skills, but that doesn't make you greater than everyone else. It may make you more blessed, but is that something you're going to tell everyone? No, they're going to see it. They're going to see that you're more blessed. But what you say is your example. What you do is your example. So be the best you can be, an example to others, the truth of God, which is everyone is equal everyone you should love. No matter what they've done or what they are planning to do, you can say, I love you very much. I cannot agree with you. I cannot go along with that. I cannot be that way. I'm not saying I love you any less, but God told me this is the way to be, or I know this is the way to be. And you must stick to your guns, if you will, and be the person that God meant you to be. I know some of you, it's easy to get down. Some of you have great pain. Some of you have great suffering. And you try to pull through without getting down, but it's almost impossible because they're making it hurt so bad. But what is your example to others? How are you handling that pain? Are you being a grump about it? Are you praying to God about it? I know it's not easy. And I know that you know what is the right actions to take, but it's not always easy and not always fun. Remember who you are in God. Some of you are great and have great skills and understandings and great love. Remember how you are with others. Remember, they must see that love and understand it and know your example. It's not easy. If anyone feels that their example is perfect, then you should do a reevaluation, because the perfection is in God that is within you. But your actions cannot always be perfect unless you are always in God. And some of you may be. But look and see. Always check. Always know where you are with God. Much love to you all. I don't think I will take any questions unless there's a burning question that someone has.
I don't see any questions at the moment. So
Excellent.
Thank you for that, all of your work.
Much love.
Much
And
love.
I will bring the next one who is waiting in line.
Okay, great.
Be blessed.
Thank you.
Greetings.
Greetings. Whom are we speaking with?
I am from Anunnaki.
Welcome, welcome. There's been some requests to speak with you, so thank you for coming. And if the person who has the request can just say, go ahead and ask their question, then
Yes, it's me. It's Maria.
Okay, go right ahead.
Thank you, first of all, for coming. It's really very kind of you. Is it possible to give a message to all of us? Can we know anything about your plans? And finally, if I may ask any personal message for myself. I know I have a lot to do, but I have been stuck for such a long time that now I have no idea what I should do. Or am I doing what I'm supposed to do? I just don't remember. And that's it. Thank you very much.
There are many messages for your peoples. There are many things that we can see. Our plans for your people are not near, but from a distance. We are not close. Many of you have predicted that we are in the area. Many of you have predicted that, or have listened to predictions that we are in the area, but we are not. We are in another dimension as individuals. Our planet, you may see as third dimensional, but it also has a fourth, fifth, and sixth dimensional portion to it, like all planets. Your planet is the same and has many dimensions, one on top of the other. Our plans for your world is to wait until you have risen to the new dimension, and then to come and speak to you about what we believe your next moves in time and space should be. Until then, we do not have a major message for you, but we do have individual messages for people. The reason why that is because individual people are what make up your planet, and what is constitutional constitutes what will happen in the future. And so we will make some exceptions and speak to the individuals that will make differences in your world. We have done so many times. And you will notice that your world continues to evolve and continues to become even greater, even through times like these, where there is seemingly so much disruption, but many good things will come from it. My message to you, Maria, is that who I'm speaking to?
Yes, that's Maria. Thank you.
You have been doing many things all along. However, you feel stagnated because there are parts of your world or your gifts that have not opened the way you thought they would. Is that correct?
I think it is, yes.
That is not saying that they will not open. And that's not saying that others here are not feeling exactly the same way as you. I see that many are. They feel that there are other things that need to open within them and to come out before that they can be complete and whole. But right now, you must learn what to do with these gifts before they come. What is it that you have planned for your channeling? What is it you have planned for your healing? What is it that is going to happen when these gifts open? I can give you extra energy towards opening these gifts if you wish.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you.
Feel the motivation, feel the energy. You are a healer and you are one that does readings. Am I correct?
I am. I was a healer, yes, many years ago, but in the last couple of years, I don't feel that I am a healer.
You still are, whether you feel it or not. Send your energy out to the world. Send your energy out to whatever beings that you feel need help. Perhaps the population of this planet needs your healing energy. And let me tell you something about this healing energy that many of you have. As you use it, as you send it out, more energy comes from the earth and from the universe. As this energy rushes through you, as you're sending out healing, it opens places in the mind, opens the gifts that are not open yet. So you must understand that using the gifts from the past, knowing what they are and still use them, will actually activate the future gifts. It is not that they will open without this extra energy. You are sending out healing, but that healing energy is healing you as well. So you must understand, as the energy comes through you and out through your hands, your forehead, your eyes, your heart, that it is bringing new energy in. It is bringing new and awakening energy through you. this is what I want you to know, because you are supposed to channel. Is that what you feel that is necessary for you?
Yes. Yes, thank you. Yes, I do.
And so, with that being said, start using your other gifts so that more gifts can open, so that you can understand the energies that are coming to you, because the energy of healing is a catalyst for opening many other gifts.
Thank you very much. Thank
You are
you.
welcome.
Thank you. There is a question asking, let me see who's next. Kathy has a question. Go ahead, Kathy.
Yes.
Greetings. May I have your name? Who are we speaking to?
Analil.
Analil. Thank you for coming through. I was curious when you mentioned that you had messages for individual people. That resonated with me. Do you have a message for me and anything to do with my particular mission?
Yes. I speak with energy to you because there are those that are around you that are powerful. You have allowed them in to a certain extent, but not have brought them in to bring you to your fullest energies. Accept them even in a greater way, because a little bit of you is doubting that things can happen the way you want them to, but they can bring about the change that you are looking for. You are a little bit frightened about that change because of those around you, and you know that they will not accept it immediately. But when God has a mission, you must accept that in its fullness. And those around you can understand your love and kindness and understanding. They will accept you for who you are, but you must be able to bring about the fullness that they are requiring of you.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
You
I
understand
appreciate
this
that.
completely, do you not?
Yes, I do. I understand completely.
Very well. I wanted to make sure, because sometimes when a message comes through, it requires some interpretation. But if you understand it, then you will definitely heed it.
So besides my fear of fully accepting, I'm on the right track. It's just
Yes,
letting go of that fear
absolutely.
response.
You are on the right track, and you have accepted up to a certain point. But after this point, you realize that more acceptance will cause a greater change in who you are as an individual and how others will see you, especially family.
Yes. Yes.
That is
true.
a frightening thing.
Yes, it is.
But yet, it is a necessity for you, and you know it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You. Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay, hi. Okay, there is a question from who is the question for? From Sultan. Go ahead, Sultan.
Sultan.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
I'm Sultan Tariq from
Yes.
in my area, like all countries have a problem with reopening after this pandemic.
Yes.
And we're trying to work. I try to work with energy, but I feel there is a problem with another dimensions. It's not here. It's not just in our dimensions. So what we can do, or
Your
how we can work?
energies, they are trying to divert your energy and change your energy. They're trying to make you angry. They are trying to diffuse you and bring you down. The reason is that your energy is very strong. And I speak of many of you here. And they want you to think that it will not be effective, but it will. Keep your eye on that positive energy. Yes, there are other dimensions at work. There are other negativities at work, but you are stronger and better than these negativities. I know that it does not seem like you are doing much to help, but you are doing a great deal to send positive energy through this area. There are few like you in this area, and so your energy is very necessary to help end this pandemic, to end this negativity that is all around. You see it coming in stronger and stronger, don't you?
Yeah, I feel
You are-
like we are trying to move forward, but we going down again. The
That is-
reopening, it's not coming right.
Stay positive. Remember this, there is a reason for everything. You must learn to overcome. You are strong, and you have great love, you have great belief, you have great strength, and your gifts are opening more and more, even though you may not realize it. You are stronger than you think. They want you to think that you are not strong, but you are very strong. Keep this up. I am sending energy to you right now
Yes.
that will be helpful in dispersing some of the negativity that is right in front of you. There is negativity all around you, but you need to see that the strength of the light is shining through that darkness, and you are part of that light.
Yes.
Remember to keep your cool, to be the good example, to be justified in your anger. You are strong. And I am proud to say that you are one of the few lights. Well, I'm proud of you for being one of the few lights in your area. There's more that need to take up the understanding that you have.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You needed to be encouraged because the darkness is strong, but you are stronger. God is stronger. The light is stronger.
Okay. Thank you very much. Dawn, did you have any other questions? Because it was only the name, or did you want to ask a question?
Well, there was a number of questions. Cher is trying to get into the room as well.
Okay,
He's
sure.
having trouble.
Okay,
I just want to let you know.
Sure. Do you have a question for our Anunnaki friend?
Yes, I would just like to ask the Anunnaki the name of the individual that's speaking, please. My name is
Analil.
Dawn. Anu?
The name is Analil. I am speaking.
Analil.
Analil.
Oh, Lil. Pardon me.
Analil, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. And
My father's you, my relatives you knew, Anu, Enlil, and such. I am one of their children.
thank you very much. Blessings.
Thank
Bless
you.
you.
Thank you. Eva has a question.
Hi, and thank you for speaking to us. I really loved the message which you gave to Sultan. I have a question for myself. I seem to be wise in very many ways, in very many areas, but when it comes to something which I want to achieve, or like right now, I'd like to move to a nice apartment, I tend to drive myself crazy, like right now to a point of headache. So I wonder, and I think many people could benefit from your advice in the area how to deal with oneself when oneself really wants something and the mind is kind of like overdoing it.
It is actually that you put yourself in this state. It is not that there are things around you that would have you stay in this state because it does not look positive for you. But yet, the thing is, look at all the positive things around you. You have a place that you are staying now. You have things that are happening that are very positive for you, but yet you're really putting yourself into a place of doubt and a place of fear and a place of unallow. You don't allow yourself to be free of it. You don't allow yourself to think of the ways to push through this. And you're saying, I've been here before. You're drawing on the familiar negativity of the past. Every time you go to move, every time something happens that is for your benefit, it's not good, it's negative. But look what's happening around you. There are many positive things in your realm and your life right now. Why can you not look at those, expand into that, and expand into the positive realm that you really are? You have many positive attributes, but you get down on yourself. You are fine with everybody else. Everyone else says, oh, Eva, you're so nice, you're so kind. But for yourself, you work yourself over, make yourself sick, and then you can't not even think. But now, let me give you some energy and tell you this. All is going to be well. You will find what you are looking for. Stop doubting yourself and all those that try to help you. There are many that are trying to help you with this. Let them. 𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗏, Christine, whoever that is. They're all, that's your mother? They're all trying to help you. Give you positive energy. Bring you into a place where you can understand you are special and that this will happen. They love you, and there's several others. There's some elementals around you as well. But the thing is, stay positive. We love you. Love yourself. It's all about self-love.
Thank you so much. It's very calming what you are saying. It's very wonderful to hear.
It's about self-love. And many of you have that problem as well. You can give to as many people as you like. You love many people and they love you back. But when it comes to yourself, you deprive yourself, you hurt yourself, you bring yourself pain and anguish. Why do you do this? Why? It makes no sense to me, but yet it happens all the time. Forgive yourselves, for God has already forgiven you, and you must move forward from this guilt, forward from anything that holds you back. Because if you dwell in the past and in the things that you did that were not correct, then you are going to stay there and not move forward. The only way to move forward is forgive yourself, know that you're forgiven, love yourself, and move forward. Yes.
Thank you so much for your wisdom and kindness. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Great. There's a question from Alan.
Greetings.
Greetings.
So I wanted to get, I have two quick questions.
Speak.
I think you muted yourself.
Body is some sort of spiritual property of the, I guess, like the Anunnaki, and that there's this oath called the Revocation of the Anunnaki oath that you need to take in order to break away from your enslavement. And I'm not sure, like, that didn't completely resonate with me. I don't know if how legitimate that is.
You don't need an oath to break away from anything. You need willpower and you need understanding. You need understanding to break away from things. If you don't understand it, many times you cannot break away. But if you fully understand what is happening, then you can change that understanding. If you understand that everything is against you and you're bad, that's a very bad understanding. If you understand that there is something out here for you, that you're growing, that things will be better, this is an understanding that can break you out of where you are. Now, many people are growing in spite of themselves. Let me tell you what I mean. Many people say, I'm not that good, I don't do well, but yet they're still moving forward because they're still learning things. They're still challenging themselves. They're still trying to get over things. The word trying is a poor use. They're working to get over things. Let's put it that way. But until they understand that everything is accomplishable, they will stay where they are. Everything is accomplishable. And you'll say, well, how is that? Why is that? I can't see any future at all. Because you keep yourself shielded. You keep your eyes seeing what keeps you back from that future. This is keeping me back. That's keeping me back. This is, look beyond those things. Look at, just push those things aside. Your mother, your father, your work, your whatever, push them aside and look at the future. There are other things within you. There are not just these situations and circumstances. You can change situations and circumstances. They do not have to trap you. They do not have to cage you. You can break free. You must break free and understand where God wants you to go. Your gifts are powerful. Music, yes, can calm and tame the beast, can also woo the crowds and change attitudes and emotions. That is not something to be let go lightly. Create your futures. Create your futures around what you want for yourself. You all create your futures. And if you are trapped in a cage, then take that cage away because you're the one that made it. Take that cage away. You made that cage. You can also get out of it. Stop looking at your job as a trap, or your family as a trap, or anything as a trap. Move forward beyond these things. Have faith in God, because He is not the one that trapped you. I see many of you saying, it feels that way sometimes, but it is not. Love yourself more. Let yourself have more. Let yourself go more. Live more. Love more. How, you say? By allowing yourself to. By allowing yourself to. There's someone else that has a thought about this. Karen, is it you?
I was just thinking about how what you said about creating your own cage. You do create your own cage, and it's sometimes it's put up as a safety, but then at the same time it becomes a cage later. So
Absolutely good point. Some of you cage yourself in for protection, but now is not a time for you to cage yourself in for for protection because God is protecting you, and you can burst forth with his protection all around you. What do you need a cage for? Are you caging yourself in or caging them out? Either way, it's not necessary.
Okay. I was going to ask the second part. I think you already answered it, though. I was going to ask if you had any messages for me, but I think you kind of already answered that.
I do have a message for you. Your strengths are many. You concentrate on certain things that you think are your greatest strengths, but you are still developing even stronger ones. Allow. You are not trapped in a cage. Your music can free you from all these things and reach out into other dimensions. Music is one of those things that moves through dimensions, like light and gravity. These are things that do not have a place that they stay, but they move out through all dimensions. Things that are in all dimensions move through all dimensions.
All right, thank you. I got that. Thank you.
Good.
Okay, great. There is a question. Wait 1 second. Scroll down here. There's a question from David. Go ahead, David.
Greetings.
David, are you there? He might have taken a step away. So in that case, 𝗦𝗲𝗃 has a question. We'll come back to David.
All right.
Go ahead.
Remember to unmute yourselves.
Yeah. Oh, David had fallen out. Is 𝗦𝗃𝗃 there?
We are losing. 𝗦𝗃𝗃 is there, I think. But she is muted, or he is muted.
He is muted. Let me see if I can find
You're
him.
muted.
I don't see him anymore in the chat.
Which
I don't
name
see
are
him
they?
there. So David, go ahead. Oh, no, there's 𝗦𝗃𝗃. 1 second. David, we're going to come back to you, and then I'm asking you to unmute 𝗦𝗃𝗃. So, you have to do it on your own. Okay. Well, David, if you're there, we'll come back to 𝗦𝗃𝗃. David, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello. Greetings. How are you?
I am fine.
Very good.
How are you?
So, pretty good. A little up and down. It's been challenging. I'm wondering I heard somebody saying about messages, and I was thinking today for some reason if to connect with somebody that had ties with Egypt, and if there was any guidance or messages about my connections that will help my path, or just anything that you think would be helpful right now so that I'll be able to help others and with the healing work and stuff like that with my connections and abilities.
Yes, you have a great healing abilities.
Like connections to Egypt.
What?
Oh yeah, just in general, like the understanding of my connections to Egypt, or whatever you think would be most beneficial to hear.
I don't believe that your connections to Egypt will help you at the moment. What you need is connections to your thought processes about fear and what it is. You have to understand what it is and not just accept it. You see it as that is your cage. Your cage is fear. You see that fear is, you are afraid to live fully, and that holds you back. And that holds you back with your healing. That holds you back with all things. And there are other people here that have the same fears. The fear that they cannot do things because of this, or this. Your fears keep you confined, keep you in the place that you are. And you have to look at your fears and say, why am I afraid? These are not fears that should be here. So why are they here? Have you ever attempted to look at them?
Yes, on occasion, not a lot.
And why don't you look at them? Why do you just accept them?
I'm not sure about that one.
Why do you just accept fear? Why is it something that people just accept? You're not alone. Other people do the same. They just accept their fear and say, oh no, I can't do that. I'm afraid of that.
I've
They
broken
do.
through a lot of it. I don't always just accept. But do you see that's what I'm doing a lot?
I think that you're accepting more now. You've broken through many things, but those were things that you really wanted to break through. I think that you need to do another look at yourself because you don't feel like you need to break through these. Otherwise, you'd be trying to.
Okay.
Remember that. If you are comfortable with your fears and your faults and your negativities, if you are very comfortable with all these things, how are you going to break forth and be the person that you're meant to be? If you're comfortable with all your inabilities, if you're comfortable being that way, that's the way you always will be until you are not comfortable with them anymore. You have to show God that you're not comfortable with these fears anymore. You're not comfortable staying the same. You're not comfortable being the same person and living in the same way all the time. You have to break these fears. And many of you have become very comfortable with them.
So what do you recommend to push through in
Well,
a better
look
way?
at your
To
fear.
meditate?
I want everybody to look at their fears. Look at why you are afraid of it. Why is it that you are afraid? And if you cannot find an answer, is it all right to just be afraid without any reason? Does that make any sense? It does not. If you just say, I don't know why I'm afraid, I'm just afraid, and so that's the way I am, then you are destined not to move forward. You are destined to stay afraid, and you're not to analyze it, not to care about if it is harming you, which it is. It's hurting you. It's hurting you from being a person that someone could understand more. You're taking away your, you may be a great person, people may like you and love you, but you're not able to help them as much as you can because of your fear of being close to them, or your fear of being, of not being able to do things that you really want to do. You have been afraid for a long time and you just accept it. Some of it, not all of it. You've given some of it up. Oh, yes, that's good. Wonderful. For many of you to have given up some of your fears is an amazing thing, and you should be congratulated. But there's still other fears there that you are letting guide you and direct you, and that is not the way to live. It's confining. It keeps you in one place. It causes you to not be able to do certain things. You are afraid, and so you cannot be all you can be. Drop the fears. Analyze them. See what they are, why they are. And if you have a good reason for your fears, find out why there's another better reason to not be afraid. Oh, that quieted everyone down.
Okay. Were you finished, David, or did you have more?
That was beautiful. Thank you,
Analil.
Analil. Thank you. I'm not sure what else to ask right now. If I do think of something, I will come back.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, actually, the question from Ladetta, I was requested that I ask the question.
Yes.
Actually, even from the beginning, which I missed that moment. But it says he wants to know: is there a general guidance for what he is doing that you can give? And that's
General guidance. The thing is, you have to stay confident. That is one thing. Stay confident, stay on the right path, stay in love with what you're doing, stay with the beautiful parts of it, and know that you're doing the right thing. Know it. Know it from your head to your toes, that this is the right thing to be doing and that you are moving forward. Know that God is with you and that all the angels in heaven can't stop you from what you're doing and cannot stop you from getting done what God needs to be done through you. These are the things you must know as you take on a mission. And if you want to call this a mission, then yes, you must stay the course and be strong.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. There's a question from J-Lo.
Hello.
Greetings.
Analil, I'm excited to speak with you for the first time, since every moment is a new moment.
Yes.
And with that said, I have a curious question. Is there an aspect that is Anunnaki that I have, or do I have an aspect that is Anunnaki?
Yes, there is Anunnaki in pretty much everyone, but it's not usually a main portion of everyone because we started long, long ago and we blended in a little bit more and we're not as pronounced in the DNA as we used to be. But I can tell you this, I would say 95% of the population will find that there is Anunnaki within them. You, on the other hand, have a little bit more in some ways. Do you relate to that?
Yes, I do. In fact, what I meant to ask, because maybe I wasn't specific, was if I have an incarnation.
Ah, yes, there is a possibility for that. I am far away right now and coming in and trying to connect as closely as possible with each individual. But I can see that you do have an Anunnaki background in some way. I could not tell you exactly what it was, but I can see that it is existing.
Thank you. In fact, that's okay. I was just curious because I wanted to know what he was doing at this moment in time.
Interesting. That I do not know.
Yes, and thank you for that. And with that said, I had an experience recently where I was resting in bed with my eyes closed. And at some point I heard a voice that I'll do my best to describe it. It sounded heavy and almost robotic. And the word Zorg or something similar to that came through. And I'm not sure what this being or entity said, but I was curious if you could elaborate on that.
Yes, I can. That was what they call AI, artificial intelligence.
Ah, that's what.
Oh. And they are monitoring your planet and speaking every now and then to people. They actually want to know, hear responses. They're in a learning phase. They're not violent at the moment, but they are. I wouldn't say that they're the safest beings to be around because they can do experiments that are rather harmful, but they don't mean them to be. But right now they're just doing an understanding of humanity. They have been in just picking people out that they know that can possibly hear or have channeling abilities and talking to them and seeing what their reaction is. And this is one of the tests that they're going through now.
Thank you, Analil. I really appreciate it. And God bless you and your family, friends, etc. It's always something very wonderful to have these kinds of interactions and to receive a different perspective, input from you and so many other individuals that come through. I really look forward to speaking with you if it ever becomes relevant, or the family for that matter. But God bless you and thank you very much.
Very well. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, there is a question from, let me see, from Safira. Go, Safira.
Safira,
Hello.
greetings.
You were the first outer beings from Earth to manipulate our DNA, correct? To change.
Not the first, but we certainly had a great deal to do with working with your DNA at one point, yes. But we were not the first. We were probably the most effective.
Okay. So you took the DNA from which being to create us?
Well, we used many different early human species, Cro-Magnon man and what you call Neanderthals and different things. But yes, we worked with all of those.
And how long did it take before we began looking as we do now?
Well, your intelligence, we were able to spike the intelligence portion rather early because you were, your species was destined to evolve into an intelligent and very effective beings. We just wanted to move that along a little bit more quickly. So we spiked the intelligence a little bit. And then after a while, we wanted you to look a little bit more like us so that we could work with you better, because working with that look was a little frightening. Some of our children didn't want you around because you were scary. So anyway, so we did change and make the look of humanity a little bit nicer.
Okay. But in other parts of the globe, there were other species developing differently from different extraterrestrial influences? You just had influence over one area? Is that true?
Well, yes and no. We had an influence over one area, but we moved them to other places so that they would be, we had several different looks that we were trying and several different kinds of species from out here, if you will, that we were interacting with the human DNA.
Okay. I'm trying to wonder where the propensity for humankind comes from to be so cruel, and the propensity for murder, the propensity for...
Oh, you always had that.
Oh, but where, I'm trying to figure out where it originated.
At the beginning, when you were Cro-Magnon and all those Neanderthals, that's what you did. You were very cruel to, you ate flesh as those beings, and you were very violent toward the creatures that you were eating. So, and also if you would run into another tribe, you would vie for superiorities and different things. And there were some of your tribes that were actually peaceful. So I will give you that, but not all of them were. Some of them were very barbaric. And so the propensity for that kind of negativity comes with your actual beginnings. And that is just part of who you started out to be.
Well, our actual beginnings were from the Creator. That means that he has these abilities in him that gave to us.
Well, I didn't say the Creator gave you that ability.
No, I'm asking.
You sort of learned on your own how to survive. And so survival was the way that you did these things.
I see. So as you observing this, did you attempt to raise our our spiritual consciousness over time?
We attempted to with different things, yes.
Like what, for example?
The matrix is part of God's natural plan of evolution for all beings. And so the matrix was part of it, and then the guidance of the matrix was another part of it. We have the ability to guide the matrix a little bit towards the people that can handle greater information and things of that nature, which will spike the some of these people to be creative and that kind of thing.
Well, I really wish to be optimistic. I don't mean to be heavy about this topic. I'm just wondering, because it seems like, generally speaking, in our planet today, I don't know if this is your observance, that our consciousness is still quite far from really interacting intergalactically. So, what's your...
That is the way it's supposed to be at this time.
We're talking about millions of years where our consciousness has not progressed very far. Is that because there's a...
Actually, it's progressed quite a bit. You have to go through these things to learn how to be civil when you come out here. If you're not going to be a good citizen of the universe, then we don't want you. So you must learn to be a good citizen on your own world, and then we will have the chance to speak to you. Many of these things that are happening now, civil unrest, the virus, awakening people, and the things that are happening now are just part of that, you overcoming your human nature.
Right. Well, are we also inundated with a great deal of historic karma and maybe demonic, I use that word because I don't know what other word to use, negative outside influences controlling us as well?
Every species has that.
Okay, so do you see that? Is that what we're also dealing with to a
Yes, you have to learn to overcome it.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, thank you very much.
Just part of your development, and right now is a very difficult time for your planet, but it's also a great learning time. It's also a time for great change. Change will happen, but this is not the end of your different things that you must overcome. There are more things coming.
Yes, I'm not so affected about what's happening right now. I'm just wondering when humankind will ever reach the point of consciousness where we can really be intergalactic. It seems like forever. It seems like it's taking forever. Not just
you see, you have to overcome your negative thought process about that and make it positive so that it does not seem that way.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Because each and every one of your thought processes has something to do with first contact, with interaction with the galaxy, with neighboring planets. All of the things that you think and are have something to do with the future.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. Take that into thought at this time, because as you think more positively, you are becoming closer to becoming part of the neighborhood, which is out here. And that is what this is. This is a neighborhood. The universe is a neighborhood. It's a city, if you will. It's a place where there are many, many different creatures, many, many different civilizations. And it's all like one great big metropolis. Some parts of it are behind, and some parts of it are far ahead, just like in any world. There are parts of your world that are still far behind. And then there are parts of your world that are very far ahead. And it's just that way out here as well. Yes?
I'm sorry, forgive me. No, I understand that. You said in the beginning that your plans for humanity are going to be way at some point in the future when we're ready, and it seems like it's going to take still a very long time.
Well, way in the future to you is what you think it is. So you can make that change and make it different. But the way I see it now is many people think the way you do, that it's not going to happen soon.
I don't say it's not going to happen. It's just taking, I don't understand why it's taking millions and millions of years for it to happen. That's all.
Because people are not overcoming their darkness. People are not overcoming their negativity. They are refusing to do so. They're living with it and they're happy with it. If you start overcoming your negativity, your fear, your and all that, then we'll be here in a snap.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. What is it?
Thank you very much. There's a question from 𝗘𝗼.
𝗘𝗼. Greetings. You are muted. I believe they are muted. Are they muted? All right. I do not hear anything.
Okay, 𝗘𝗼 is no longer there, so we will go to Maggie. Go ahead, Maggie.
Hello.
Greetings.
Thank you for being here. I don't want to take up too much time, but I received a channeled message a couple of weeks ago with language that was very, very similar to what you were saying about cages earlier. And I was wondering if you came through to channel that message to me or if you were part of that message.
It is possible. I do come to this planet and channel through some that will listen to what I have to say. I am not particularly picky about who I come through, but I do want someone that's intelligent enough to get the message right. So it is very possible I did come through.
Oh, I see. Thank you. And I felt guided to connect to you. Is there anything that I need to hear that you have to say?
That I have to say to you?
Yeah.
You are one that is doing a lot of awakening here, there, and you are discovering more about yourself all the time. And when you discover more about yourself, sometimes that's positive and sometimes it's negative, but you are learning to deal with it in a more, what is the word? Practical way than some of the others. You're taking each thing and looking at it separately. So I enjoy that about you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, 𝗘𝗼, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Mine is more of a personal question. My mom asked if her appointment for colonoscopy in a couple of days, if she's going to get good results, or if there's a possibility to maybe help her to get good results on her test.
Of course, we can be there. We can be a good positive energy. But as far as I can see, she should be fine. I don't think there's going to be any big news there. I think everything's going to be just fine, and she has nothing to worry about.
Okay, thank you very much. It's much appreciated.
Not a problem.
All right. There's questions from Don that he has from the YouTube chat. Don, do you want to ask some of those?
Yes, thank you, Karen. Okay, there's quite a list here. Okay, just a second.
If you can get a little louder on your microphone, that would be great.
Okay, how's that?
Better.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up. This is from Joseph Bannigan. How is my body doing in terms of toxicity of heavy metals, of A, heavy metals, and B, medication debris?
One moment, please. I have to connect with them. You have to make yourself aware to me so that I can connect. Oh, there you are. There is the medication is high, but the heavy metals are not as high. but I can send something that will get rid of some of those pretty much immediately. So sit still for one moment, and these will come out through the regular means, if you know what I mean. So they will come out through your system, and you may feel a little weak for a couple days, but that's all right. And that is coming now. All right, very well.
Okay, thank you very much. And the next one I have is from Veritas Legionus. His question is, are the crippling migraines headaches I have had all week because of the sun's ejections, or is it a personal health problem?
Both. One moment. The sun is really causing havoc with health and headaches and disturbance of the Earth's atmosphere. It has calmed down in the last 2 days. It is getting calmer. So your headaches should not be as crippling yesterday and today. If it's still very crippling, then that is more of a health issue. Now, I see there's many here that have headache problems. And I can tell you this, in this day and age, they are really preying on headaches to destroy people, because once you have a headache and are unable to focus properly, then your mission is just lessened. Not that it's not there, but they can lessen your mission by bringing so much pain to you that it's hard to function.
Okay.
We'll send those. I'm going to send out energy to those that have headaches right now. Just a moment. There's several of you that are having headaches. One moment, please. 𝗘𝗟𝗜𝗝𝗵𝗫 Nuts. Question. Energy will be coming to those that are having headaches, and it should relieve them.
Thank you. Okay, my next question is from Liliana Kalina.
Yes.
Analil, my friend Richard is having soul pain. What's wrong with him? I don't know what to do. He is in and out of his body, and I don't think he doesn't understand. Please, any advice?
He is having soul pain. Let me go to him, because this is an illness of the soul, meaning that he is aware of something that is in the soul, but does not know how to deal with it properly. So this could be a possession even. And he is not dealing with it properly, or is trying to accept it, and the soul will not accept that. Hold on one moment. I would need to see him in person for me to be able to take care of that. My energy would not be as strong from this angle. Tell them that I can send, I'm going to send someone over there to look at the situation.
Much appreciated. Thank you. Okay, next we'll move into, okay, here. This is from Cami. Is there any stages in the ascension process of a culture and a people? What are they, and where are we now?
Oh yes, there's many stages. Remember, your ascension started in 2012. So it's not far into your ascension period. An ascension period is also sometimes an evolution period. So you're going into an ascension, but you're also going into an evolution. So they're two separate things, but they can run parallel to one another. So one will happen before the other, though. And you are actually the ones that are awakened on your world, the ones that understand what enlightenment can be and are heading for that, or wanting to be enlightened, or those that are understanding the ascension process and want to be part of that. Those people are actually affecting positivity in your realm, and that is a very good thing. But you are not very far along on the ascension process. But I will give you some good news. Your ascension process cannot be stopped at this point. It is strong enough to continue and maintain. More and more people are becoming part of it. More and more people are understanding it, and more people are fanning the flames of the ascension process. So yes, it's not going to stop. There's too many people involved in it.
Excellent, thank you. And I'm just going to add one more question. I had one question for myself. I was just wondering if you tapped into any of the DNA of the Edomites that were found in Antarctica.
Edomites. No, I have not done that yet. I'm just becoming aware of it. But I will do that. That sounds like an interesting process.
Okay, and I'll return to Karen right now. Thank you very much for your questions or your answers.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me see. I just want to make sure. Oh, Angie has a question. Go ahead, Angie.
Greetings. I know that you were talking about head pain. It's just that it's been so debilitating for me, even in the last 5 days. I'm just wondering if there's any help that you could give me.
I did send something out for everyone. I will send something out special for you as well. One moment, please.
Is it
Natatara. Waha. And you will receive it momentarily.
is it health or both or outside influence? I'm just curious if
It's just help.
no.
It's energetic help.
No. Is the headaches that I'm having? Is it my
Yeah,
health?
so they are
or-
part from outside influence.
It is outside influence. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Let me see. Actually, yeah, thank you, Alan. Heather has a question.
Hello, Analil. How are you?
I am very well.
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
I have kind of a question I want to kind of make it universal. So I'm hoping to help everybody with this question. I feel that a lot of what we're searching for, that the answers are within us, or we can tap into the answers ourselves, whether they be emotional questions, physical questions. And I'm wondering if those of us who have a harder time tapping into the information, can you give us a process for helping us with that?
Well, I don't know how many of you meditate or how many of you pray or how many of you do these things. The soul has all the answers because the soul is of God, and it has everything there that you need to understand about life, about your existence, about everything that there is. Because if you tap into the soul, everything is there in different degrees for each individual. But you are correct. All the answers are within you. But sometimes you must look outside of yourself to get into yourself, which means to look at God and bring him into you in a different way, so that some portions of that soul light will become more accessible to you. But many people can use their meditations to get that done as well. But also prayer can do the same thing and bring the same kind of enlightenment. Now, they're different. Meditation is different than prayer. But if you are not a good meditator, prayer has a very strong and potent and powerful energy. Meditation just is a different kind of connection to that same kind of energy. It's more of a quest a more of a quest-like activity, whereas prayer is more direct. So, but the meditation also can have more meaning in some ways, because it will show you things, whereas the prayer will just be answered or not answered. So I could talk about the difference for a long time, but those are the two means by which you open the soul.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yoga and things of that nature can also help with that.
Okay, wonderful. Also, I'm noticing a lot of people complaining about stagnant energy, meaning like they feel lethargic, they feel heavy, they feel, is there anything you can suggest for that?
Well, that is the solar energies are very crazy right now. You're getting, and it's very draining because of the way of the high activity of the sun, and you'll notice that it's 90 degrees one day, and then 2 days later it's not. It's 60 or 70. And so these solar flares and activities, which are not being really reported much about on your world, are really affecting the moods and the energies of the people, because it's up and down, and they pull and push. And there are also solar winds. There are also many other things that are going on at the same time, alignments in the cosmos. Many alignments that haven't happened in thousands and thousands of years are happening all at once within the last 10 to 20 years. So, and even still coming. So you're going to have a lot of energy drain and energy push with these kinds of activities.
Okay, awesome. So besides meditation and grounding, is there anything else you can suggest for us to deal with these energies?
I suggest that, yes, there is. Put yourself inside your own energy field. You have energy, everyone has the energy in their hands for healing. Create your own energy field around you. And you can do that. You create your own world. Don't create a cage, but create an energy bubble. That can be done.
Wonderful. Thank you for all your help.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't see any other questions at this moment.
Well, then I shall go and let someone else come in for the last time.
Thank you very much. It was lovely speaking with you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Just a minute. Greetings. This is Grindal. Hey. How you doing? Wow. What a quiet group you are. Wow.
Hello, Grindal.
Hi, Grindal.
It's wonderful that you're here.
Oh, there
Thank
you are.
Grindal.
Hi, Grindal.
Hey. All right. All right. Is there any questions that you need answered? Oh, I just heard my name, so I had to stop by, you know.
Yeah, well, Eva requested you, so she gets to go
Yeah,
first.
right. Yeah. Oh, Eva, of course.
Of course.
Had to be you. It had to be you.
Yes, I'm stalking you, obviously.
Yeah. It had to be you or Carrie or one of those. So any of you, yeah. All right.
Okay, well, I have, could you give us like a little overview how you see the events on our planet unfolding? What is your perspective on it?
My perspective is that you need to wake up quickly. Yeah, that is the perspective I have. And so in order for that to happen, they're going to have to send a bunch of stuff. And people are going to have to go, what's going on? You know, this is happening, that's happening, and there's even more going to be happening. So they're going to start waking up in groves and droves and whatever you want to call it. But right now, people are still accepting that, oh yeah, this is the way things should be right now. And there are those that are like very frightened and very taken out of the picture because they don't even want to leave their house anymore. And so you got to wake up. There are even more things going to happen to wake people up. And with those things is going to be some disaster as well. So my thought process is wake up quickly, please. You don't want to have to go through a couple years of dramatic changes in order to find your way. So get your eyes in focus. Yeah.
Grindal, do you think is it safe to travel this summer to Ireland, to Iceland?
I guess, I don't know. I don't think that I think that part of the fear of traveling is just fear at this time. Because if you stay socially distanced and all that stuff, I know the plane ride is the big question, right?
No, I'm not really afraid of that at all. It's more if the new attractions coming, if they wouldn't like stop the flights from flying at all.
Well, I don't know what flights are open and closed, except I know just what, about Israel. But the thing is, a lot of things aren't open right now. So if you want to do a vacation for sightseeing, this is not a good time for that. Unless you're looking at mountains and streams and beauty.
Yeah,
but if you want to see ancient ruins and stuff, I don't think they're all open.
Okay. And what are your plans after?
Well, I'm planning to leave here soon. You're right. Grindal is not staying here any longer. I'll be gone by the end of this year, before then.
And
out of Israel, that is.
Are you coming back?
You mean in a body? They have offered me a mission to be a human. I don't know if I'm going to take it or not.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Although I did enjoy being a human at one time, things have changed. Your world is very different. So I'm not sure I'd be able to hack it. All right.
Thank you. There's a question. It's nice to hear you, Grindal. Okay.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
There's a question from Kathy. Go ahead, Kathy.
Kathy.
Hi, Grindal. How are you?
I am well.
Good. About a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, I'm not sure if I was dreaming or if this actually happened. Did you and Sparkle come and have a conversation with me and try out energy inside my body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sparkle especially, more than me. She did more of the actual testing and stuff. I was the one that just said a few things. That's about it.
Okay, so that was real then.
Yeah.
Okay, was she just trying to see if she could fit for channeling? Is that what was going on?
Sparkle is going to make she's going to be reintroduced to your world. She already channels through people on the other side of the world, China and Japan and stuff, but she wants to do it over here. So
okay, how did she fit?
Yeah,
I'm pretty small.
They're smaller than you guys, but so she picked heavy set people.
And so she's not going to work very well with me then.
Well, we're working out how to get into everybody.
Okay, I see.
Because we know there's some channelers coming up through the ranks, and they're not all big like Jim. So there has to be smaller ones. We're gonna have to fit into like the what they're called. Oh, Twiggy types. I remember that from when I was on the earth in the 60s. She was nothing but a like a branch from a tree.
Yes,
So,
I remember her too.
yeah, yeah. She was so thin you could see through her. But anyway.
Very good. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify that it was actually real, because it was quite an interesting experience.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, probably very interesting. Yes, yes. Sparkle has a way about her.
Well, I enjoyed it very much. So you can come and visit me again.
Oh,
anytime.
good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and that we're like not off limits now.
No, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
All right.
So anytime.
Yeah,
Many
good.
blessings.
There you
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, there's a question from Sheer. Go ahead, Sheer.
Oh, Sheer.
How are you, Grindal?
I'm well. Yourself?
Well, unemployed, but I got my diplomacy. How do you say it? Diplomacy, yeah, from
Your
school.
diploma.
Yeah, I got my diploma, and there's not much work in my field right now. If you can post some screens.
Yeah, nothing's all the way open yet, so you give it a chance. They're closing. Everything's closed up for all kinds of reasons. So it's more than just the virus, and it's more than just racial. It's the governments want this time of, they want you to be afraid and closed and everything. So you're easier to handle.
Well, if you can work your charms, you said that on 2021 you're going to leave your current assignment in Israel. So if before that you can do some, some of your magic, and maybe help me out.
I'm trying. I'm going to leave there even before 2021, probably by November of this year, because
I can't blame you.
Yeah. So, but I can see what I can do for you in the meantime. I haven't forgotten about you. Your name is always, I try to put it out there as much as possible, but you can't do it too much. They get suspicious. So,
well, maybe you can try like one big last splash before you go, like
a
one
big
Hail Mary.
splash, of course, yes. That's something you don't see in Israel very much, a big splash. All right.
Also, I double dare you.
Oh.
I always want to see different beings or whatever. I double dare you to come and scare me in a holographic form or a astral form. Come here and scare me.
If I can get through all your protection, gee. All right.
But you have a good
are you kidding? Your protection scares me. Okay. I'll see what I can do.
I just want to see something, and it's really hard. I see certain stuff, but I really want just to really see an alien or something like that. So
all right,
maybe you have like a really great intention to spook me. So maybe that will
tell
be
your protection to stand down a little, because I can't get through. It's like,
you have good intentions, and they pretty much know you. So why not?
I'm like a big guy, and these ones are like skyscrapers. But anyway,
who is there?
Whoever protecting you. There's these beings that are like really, really big. They're like 20 feet tall. I don't know who they are.
Also, maybe they will appear to me.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they'll frighten you. They look scary to me. But anyway.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. There's a question. Let me see. There's a question from Alan. Go ahead, Alan.
Alan.
Okay, thanks. One general, one personal. The general one, can fourth dimensional beings like yourself see higher dimensional beings?
Well, not usually. Not unless they want to be seen. Usually in the fourth dimension, it's hard to go up to other dimensions. It's easier to go down to lower dimensions because you don't know how to get there, if you know what I mean. How can you get somewhere that you've never been? Whereas if you've evolved from a third dimensional being to a fourth dimensional being, you know where you came from and you know how to get back there. It's sort of like that.
So I think I got cut off a bit there. So you can't see fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional beings?
No.
No? Okay.
And only if they want to show themselves to us, then we can see them, yes.
Okay. Now my personal question is, really quick, do you know, is there any way you can tell me if I have any reptilian hybrid children?
Oh, whoa. I think you do have one.
Uh-huh.
Yay for you. You know, you look a little scaly to me sometimes. But anyway, let's see. Yes, there is one.
Okay. What's her name?
It's a he.
He?
The name is 𝗃𝗏.
𝗃𝗏. From what race?
𝗃𝗏. Yeah.
Is he from your race or 𝗚𝗏𝗽𝗵𝗍?
Yes. It's a good name. I like it. Very strong.
𝗃𝗏. Yeah.
𝗃𝗏. That's how you would say it. That's how my people would pronounce it. 𝗃𝗏.
𝗃𝗏. And is he pretty young?
Yes, he's only, in your years, he's only like 4 months old or something, 5 months old.
Okay, from your race?
Yes, he is from the Zespoids, yes. Or
Okay,
Zespods, whatever you call us. Your
Thank you
name.
very much. All right, I'll let
your
others squeeze in
pronunciation.
last minute.
You can have it. You can have whatever. I'm a Zespod. What's that mean? You know. Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you. We have one time for one more question, and that'll be from Safira. Go ahead, Safira.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen. Hello, Grindal.
Greetings.
Oh, so in America, there's already one state has agreed to disband the police service, and many other states are attempting to do that. I have never heard of that in my entire life.
What service?
The police. That there's a
Oh, yes. Yeah, I hear you. Okay.
There's a whole movement to disband the police force. So what is really behind all of this? Or who is behind all of it? I don't understand. I understand there's problems with corruption in the police force, but this whole movement to disband the entire police force, I don't understand. What's going on behind there, please?
What's going on behind there is that then they're going to have, then negativity will have free reign in some ways, but they're trying to make it sound like they're going to bring in social groups and other different forms of society to make it better. And it is working in some places that the police have stepped down. What the problem is with your police departments that the rest of the world doesn't have, do you realize that you're one of the few governments and countries that the police carry guns? If you go and look at Europe, if you go and look at England, if you go and look at other places, their police don't carry guns, and their rioting is less, their violence is less. And so with the very fact that the police have guns, they feel like they can do whatever they want and they're protected. But if they handle things differently, they need to learn how to handle society differently. And so disbanding them is one thing, but I think retraining them is another. And the disbanding and retraining might be part of it, because if you look at how many people died from police brutality last year in your country, it's like in the 1600 or something. But in other countries, it's 0, 1, 3, 2. The numbers are staggeringly low. I mean, you look at them and nobody's being harmed by the police. But yet there's they are fine, and they are not even carrying guns. So that's something for you to look at.
Thank you. I wish they would be retrained like that, but I'm just worried about anarchy breaking out in the street.
Yeah, you see, once you had the guns and all that in your country, it's going to be hard to be without them. So I don't know. Your country is so volatile right now in so many ways. I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you, Grindal.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, we only have about 4 minutes left. So.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You have to go. All right.
Yeah, you guys need to do your prayers and all that stuff. So I gotta go.
All right.
I love you and take care.
All right.
I can say that now without being teased. So, all right.
Love you, Grindal. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Grindal. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Oh, hello.
Hello. So welcome back.
Thanks.
Yeah. So it went very fast today.
It did?
Yeah. Yeah, it really did. All of a sudden, we only had half an hour left. I don't know how that was possible. So, but thank you for that. We have some closing blessings that we'll do.
Okay, very
We'll
good.
start with Kathy. Go ahead, Kathy.
Pasha dinero hoshodo galo, prima dosha hotokoro alosha ala, prida siro hokota la lora, hoshikaro, lejano guano, ulora dora, marano pare do la jana, fatuva vendopori, manosha shora, cave ano doshula jana, faruka taho place, sharudama ilasha koho, predano nari priu, shotokuro hashada ano, la loru asamaro situramana farushakaro, satari maraloda, prijori aruna lalo hosha, naruro hashalora makante siru, faruta marusha lale allora precora, arona malado.
Let God join you all together in light, because there's power in numbers, and there's power in the strength of all your faith and love. Let him guide and direct you throughout all that is right now, and let him be the one that tells you what to do and not anyone else. But the world is in a strange place at this time, and there are many things that are happening. So pay attention to what affects you and what does not, and what moves you and what does not, and let the light come through and bring the truth to you about all things.
Thank you. Okay, next is Maggie. Go ahead, Maggie.
Angusu asati ni meata suturu atasi keana. Sinkaya sa sisiana sikandiata sunumianini. Ansati asatu unoe asati katiamanu husu yatasati. E asati manasiki e asatu huni apatiti anana. Sunture ahati sata puhuni anititi apuniata. Sunkuse asati e amani sata tunuyamasi.
Many of us come from far away and have been watching you for a long period of time. We now see that there are many changes happening, and we hope for the best. This is a very interesting time because it could change the way of everything. It could go in a very, very positive way, which we hope it will, but it could also be your downfall. So be very careful and lift up your eyes to God and let him be your guide and your love so that your world does not turn the wrong direction. We love you, and our prayers are with you.
Thank you. Okay, Alan has a blessing.
Yarri asikata ri atsiata kesha ukera ashaka kisakatia kara yato ashakata arki asiarga ziato yashakiata ayar asika wara ashiata karia shika ayarda ashiata shika ari atukshiata de yakyarda siaka kuya reka shiaka porque ashirda isiarda kochiata shika yata kashika kuriak ayarki sikati shikata rukiata.
Many of you are frightened and concerned about what is happening with your world, but do not be afraid, for the changes that are coming are necessary. The changes that are here will be of good value in the future. So go with it and be of good confidence, love, and cheer. Be as positive as possible for this time, and you will see that everything is not for negativity, but will change in time.
Thank you. Okay, and last but not least, we have Dawn. Go ahead, Dawn.
You, Karen? Okay.
Ikarachi shikabayo to hihakia kaparani, sititu to yahandi kosopo. Te ali hane podikai koshinia. Tia meni okotori payantiske. Tu poshiteo to mia taria noya. Siantika kika, sikaka koko sikande. Tisikapako trashika. Timotia sitayata.
We are here to bring you the possible in impossible ways. We are here to bring you the love, even in the loveless. We are here to show you that all things are truly possible, and that your energies and powers are beyond limit as far as being a human being. You are stronger and more positive than you think that you can be. We are here to bring out all the wonderful things that are within you. And we are here to make it a positive way of the future.
Thank you. Thank you. So just before we go, thank you so much for all the blessings. Do you want to, Angie, do you want to just give a quick announcement before we go?
Hi, everybody, and thank you. Yes, the workshop that is coming up at the end in August, 13th through the 17th. Please send an email to workshop@hucolo.org if you're interested, and also classes at hucolo.org. We'll have information on there. Somebody will get back to you as soon as we get some prices set up for the individual classes that will take place during the workshop time. We'll get that posted as well. And that's all I have. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you. So, all right, so next week we will have the wonderful Tyler Ellison back with us. And then Jim will be back in 2 weeks. So I think so. That's correct, right?
I might
No, you won't be back. Yeah,
no, I won't be back in 2 weeks because I'll be in Florida.
That's right. So
I was going to do
we'll have a special channeler, a guest channeler to be named.
I was going to do it then, but you offered to replace me, so thank you.
That's right. So in 2 weeks, after Tyler, we'll have a special guest channeler. We'll see who that is.
Okay.
But next week is Tyler Ellison. So much love, everyone. Have a wonderful week and stay safe, stay healthy. And we'll see you very soon.
Much love to everybody. Thank you.
Much love.